The Chicago Bulls are taking on the Los Angeles Clippers. The question is, can the Bulls get a win against a Clippers team that is red hot right now? We're going to talk about it all and more, as you already know, right after this. What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. I'm the host there, Hayes, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Bull Central Pod on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that said, let's go ahead and get into this content today, y'all. And it's game day as the Chicago Bulls are taking on the Los Angeles Clippers. This is a team that is absolutely red hot right now. 8-2 in their last 10, 13-7 in their last 20 games. Kawhi Leonard is apparently out in this game. Josh Giddey is also going to be out in this game. He's not going to be playing today either. I wonder if they didn't announce that Josh Giddey was not playing until the Clippers announced that Kawhi Leonard was not playing. So I wonder if initially he was going to make his return today, and with Kawhi Leonard out, they said, all right, let's go ahead and rock without him. It's a complete conspiracy theory on my side. It could very well not be true at all, but it's just a little questionable. I don't know if I trust it, but it doesn't matter. Josh Giddey's going to be out today. He's probably going to be returning on Thursday's game. Forget who we take on Thursday, but don't be surprised if you see Josh Giddey in that game. But now the Bulls just get to focus on trying to take on a Clippers team that is still red hot. Kawhi or not, you can't. We already know with the Chicago Bulls team, they can't afford to take any team for granted, any team lightly at all. Regardless of that, we are at home at the United Center today, which is really good to see that for the Chicago Bulls team. But overall, we got a lot that we need to continue to work on, and I think that this team, we'll see. We're 2 games below 500. We're 5 games out of the 5th seed, I think. And we'll see what this Bulls team decides to do with it, man. There's a lot of reason to look at this team and say, hey, what would we look like if we had relative health for the majority of the season? But at the end of the day, your record is your record. Nobody's going to go look back and look at it and give you any type of reprieves or sympathy for if you're injured or not. So the Bulls just got to take care of that business, and we got to see what's going to happen here, man. We got Daniel Barry in the building. What's going on, Daniel? Anthony Vargas is in the building. What's going on, bro? You keep misspelling my name. Why do you keep, at this point, I feel like it's intentional. I feel like it's intentional that you keep misspelling my name. The Z comes after the I, my brother. The Z comes after the I. You've been misspelling my name for the last 2 months. I love you, though. Stop misspelling my name. What's up, Hayes? Looks like no Giddey tonight. Yeah, no Josh Giddey tonight. It is what it is. What's up, Hayes? What's going on, Jeffrey? Glad to have you in the building. We got Travis in the building as well. Travis says, yo, you're ready for the game tonight, hoping for a win tonight. Let's get it done, boys. Let's hope so. Oh, just answered that, Anthony. What's up, Hayes? What's going on, Bulls for life? Says, how's your day been? Better than mine. Let's get this dub and send LA to the shadow realm. First of all, my day's been great. But I hope your day improves, bro. Don't let the Bulls affect your day. If you're already having a bad day, do not let the Chicago Bulls impact your day at all, man. Hopefully your day and your week gets better, man. No Giddey and no P. Will. Hope Albrecht and Phillips and Terry step up. First of all, I think Phillips is still out with injury. He has a cyst on his wrist, so I don't think he's going to play until he either gets that removed or that goes down. Albrecht, I don't know if they called Albrecht up officially or not. I haven't seen it. But either way, regardless of who's in or out, P. Will may be addition through subtraction, so we'll see. Bears, Elim, so I'm here. Let's go. Bears, eliminated. See, my brain is slow sometimes, bro. I'm almost 40 years old, which is crazy. It's crazy that I'm almost 40 years old, bro. But, yeah, I mean, listen, it sucks that the Bears are eliminated. By the way, I do want to announce officially, you will be seeing my face over on Chicago White Sox Central a little bit more often. Me, Mike, are going to be helping Kev out with that channel a little bit. Kev works his ass off So I am taking a more official role over on Chicago White Sox Central, which I have basically delegated to Kev since the inception of that channel. There's whole new rebrands all over the network. I don't know if you guys have seen it or not. Hold on, I'm going to try to get it here so I can show you guys the rebrands of everything that we've done on the network. But we working, man. We working. That's all I can say is that we working. So if you go subscribe to Chicago White Sox Central, I think we're a little under 50 subscribers over there right now. Go and subscribe to Chicago White Sox Central. Me and Mike from Chicago Cubs Central are going to be manning that channel. And I have gotten my boy Pat the Designer to officially agree to join us on Sunday episodes over there on Chicago White Sox Central. So you will be seeing not only my face and Mike's face, you also will be seeing the face of one Patrick the Designer over on Chicago White Sox Central, who I host Locked On Bulls with. So now we'll get to be talking White Sox together. So go and look out for that. I also have dropped the ball on fighting the Illini Central this whole entire season. And I will be picking up over there as well now that my Sundays are more free. Chicago Bears Central kept me busy, way busier than I expected. I'm not even going to front on y'all. It was a lot busier than I expected to be with Chicago Bears Central this entire year. But with that said, new opportunities pop up, and this is where we are now. So that's all I can say to that. This is where we are. We're going to continue to work it out. And yeah, I hope to bring you guys some great content over there. I'm excited to be able to work with Mike a little bit more closely. Mike is a great content creator. If you guys have not subscribed to Chicago Cubs Central, he's amazing with what he does work-wise. But there goes the new logo for Chicago White Sox Central. I made that last night, and it got me really, really excited about what this is going to be, man. Also, I got some – hold on, we're going to show y'all all of it. Chicago Cubs Central, Mike did that one. Very talented. Then we got this one for Chicago Sky Central, which is going to be making its return here shortly as well. And then the creme de la creme, I haven't officially posted this one anywhere yet, but Chicago Bull Central, I just took the Bulls head of the current one. I put it in the style of the other ones. You see the Chicago Stars there at the bottom. We back. We listen. Everything around the net, everything must coordinate. You feel me? Coordinate. It all must coordinate. So, yeah, man, we got some stuff brewing here around the network. We about to get back on our bullshit with this network, and I'm excited to bring you guys some really good content. That's all I can say to that one. Last year, that game at the Clippers is when Giddey started that great second half run of his. I was hoping to see him out there. Hopefully, we can see him next game. Yeah, I mean, listen, we got a long time to come to get Josh Giddey back. There's a lot of season left. We still got 40 games left on the season. Hopefully Josh Giddey's out there for most of those. What's going on, Melvin? I'm feeling mostly okay, bro. Mostly okay. I will keep Albrick on the roster until Collins gets back because Lachlan has some size. We need some bigs. Listen, you can make. Nobody's going to disagree with you on that one, bro. But at the end of the day, I don't think that the Bulls want to do that. Personally, I don't think the Bulls want Lachlan up here. So we'll see. Still a little irritated after the Bears loss. I understand that there will be other games, but, man, it's just like when you have a chance, especially with the teams that are playing. I mean, listen, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is, man. Arturas probably told Chicago fans after that Bears game, have no fear, Chicago sports fan. I'm here to save the day. Yeah, okay. Arturas ain't saying no shit like that. Blazers pick on the edge. Well, with the Jimmy Butler injury now, there's a solid chance it may convey. We'll see, right? Because, but at the end of the day, we have protections on that pick until 2028. And I think with what the Blazers are doing right now, there's a good, solid chance that we are going to get that pick by 2028, which actually makes it – I remember my boy Vaughn, who left a comment right here. Vaughn always used to refer to the Portland pick as the fake first-round pick, and it really does seem like it's really going to convey now. So there you go. What's good, bro, Hayes? One game at a time, but I'm fucking excited for the D-Rose jersey retirement game. Let's get this dub tonight. Absolutely. Are you going to the actual game? Or are you just going to be in Chicago? Are you coming to kick it with us? Like, what's the plan there? Text me. Don't say it in here. Text me. Julian did play some minutes last game. The Blazers hopefully can beat the Suns, Golden State, or the Clippers for that. Julian played last game? Are you sure about that? Sometimes Rob be high. Let me go back and check. Let me go back and check. Because Rob sometimes like to correct stuff and be loud and wrong, but he's probably right. I'm going to say that it's more higher chance that he's right than not. Because Rob does like to be, well, actually, plus I was watching the Bears game then, so I might have. He played 3 minutes last game. Rob is right. Rob is absolutely right. Damn, Hayes, we're the same age. I'll be 40. Well, I'm not 40 until December. I just turned 39. But first of all, you're 40? That's your pick and you're 40? Bro, we age completely different. No, let me stop fucking with you, Jeremy. Let me stop fucking with you. You're almost 40. I'll be 30 in about 2 weeks. People are upset about getting old, but I'm proud because I broke. Listen, there is a time period where I didn't think I'd live to see 21. I'm just going to be 100% honest with y'all. The fact that I lived to see 30 and now that I'm close to living to see 40 is nothing but a testament of God's grace and therapy, because Lord knows the way I was living early in my late teens and early 20s, ain't nobody in my life would have been surprised that they'd been like, yeah, Hayes got shot last night. They would have been like, oh shit, well, that tracks. When's the funeral? What's going on, Orange Soda? Glad to have you in the building, brother. Also, P.S. Fuck Velus Jones for the tweet trying to clown the Bears. Of all people, he should be the last one. Oh, wait, I didn't even know Velus tried to clown the Bears. Him, of all people, got to shut his ass up. Deanna's in the building. Shout out to Deanna. That girl can sing. She can sing. She can sing. Not sing. She can sing. What about we got to find a new host for Black Hawk Central. Skokes, who was hosting Black Hawk Central, had some life stuff. Prayers up to him going on, and he had to take a step back from the podcast. So as it stands right now, we do not have a host of Black Hawk Central, which is really unfortunate with the season that the Blackhawks are having. I cannot afford time, mental capacity, or space to do another show that they play over 80 games. I can't do it. So if anybody does want to be a host of Black Hawk Central, let me know. We'll see what we can do. What's up, Hayes? Hopefully Zubac come to Chicago. I doubt that's going to happen. I doubt that that's going to happen. This is one of my children. Who the hell is leaving messages on the Chicago Bulls voicemail line while we're actively live? Who does that? Love it, Hayes. Keep going, scheming and dreaming. Hey, that's my job. That's my job. Congratulations, even though the White Sox suck. This is a big season for the Sox, though. They've had a really good offseason so far. We'll see what happens. Y'all see the merch for the retirement? It's all, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Chicago Bears would get better. They would be cool, but let's get this win tonight. Absolutely. Absolutely. Sometimes Rob be high. There's a T-shirt in that. That's funny. Sometimes Rob do be high, though. Like, no, all jokes aside, Rob do be tripping sometimes. There's been times where Rob tried to correct me on some stuff, and I'm like, Rob, you're wrong. But then there's also times where Rob be absolutely spot on. So, you know, it is what it is there. Rob can be a little bit annoying sometimes, but he's family. So, you know, every once in a while you got that annoying cousin. This is what it is. Rob is indeed that annoying cousin, but we love him nonetheless. What? All right. Definitely high, almost 24, 27. MPJ and Zion to Chicago, that would be the worst pairing that you can possibly bring. Sometimes, y'all got to stop. Here's the thing, right? And this is what I really want for all basketball fans. Stop thinking that because a lineup works in 2K that it will work in the NBA. Stop doing that. There are so many of y'all that give these 2K dream scenarios, and it would be a shit team on the basketball court. A shit team on the basketball court. You should play. That's hilarious. I'm all aboard your video about the potential for Missy trade. Love that idea. I mean, listen, I mean, and we heard today, like, so the progression of it makes me think that it's kind of more legit, right? Is that one, it's not going to take a bunch of assets, and I don't believe AK is going to make some major swing, right? So I believe that's the type of swing AK would make. Second, we initially heard that that the Bulls could be interested, and then a couple of days later we heard that they're actively shopping him, and it's weird timing around all of it. Now, it doesn't mean that it's going to happen for sure, because for all we know, they could have trade talks, and another team could slide in there and be like, bet we're off you 2 first, with one of them being protected, and AK be like, I ain't going to do all that. So we'll see. Appreciate the Bulls community and the Discord. We appreciate you, Rob. I know this may be a risk, but I would just say trade the Portland pick to the Pelicans and get Missy, because with the way things have been happening with our draft history under AK, take a chance. Well, I mean, listen, I've said it before. Some of AK's draft blunders are overblown. Io, great pick, especially where he got. Modest, a solid pick. The P. Will pick is bad, especially because more players that were drafting after him keep getting better. But granted, no team had those players as high either, right? So I don't give him a pass for that. But, okay, that was a miss. The Dalen Terry for Walker Kessler, what the fuck were you thinking with that one? And then everything else was second-round picks. Julian was a second-round pick. Adama Sanogo, I don't even think we picked him. Didn't we? We signed him as an undrafted free agent. Marko Simonovic, a second-round pick. So I'm not gonna kill somebody for just second-round picks. He's 2-2 for first-round picks so far. Noah Essengay, we don't know quite yet, right? Because he hasn't gotten on the basketball court yet. He could very well end up being exactly what we need. So we'll see. We'll see what he does. Have you ever thought about doing a sports betting podcast that involves research? Listen, I have no interest in betting. None. I don't bet. I don't have any interest in betting. I don't care for betting. I work too hard for my money. So, no, I've never thought about it. Now, I don't know if Steve-O, I think Bobby does. I think Bobby and C-Dub do a little bit of betting, but I don't know if they do as much of it to have a full betting podcast, if that makes sense. So, no, I've never thought about doing a betting podcast because it honestly just doesn't interest me. And I don't mean that to slight anybody who is hugely interested in betting. Please don't take it that way. But for me, like I tell you guys all the time, when people reach out and they're like, hey, what suggestions will you give to me to start in this? For me, if you want to get into podcasting, only podcast about what you are truly passionate about. Don't podcast about what you think the money's going to be in. Don't podcast on what you think everybody else wants to talk about. Do what you can talk about every single day. That's the only way I'm able to get through this shit. I'm at 1,690 straight days of doing Chicago Bull Central. You know why I'm able to do that? Because I could talk about this motherfucking team every day for the rest of my life. So for me, and I know not everybody's this way. There are some people who probably podcast about things that they don't really care about, but they have the gift of gab. I can't podcast about stuff that I'm not passionate about. I have no interest in betting. None. It doesn't interest me. A parlay I don't give a shit about that. I care about laying down with my woman. I don't give a shit about none of that parlay, none of that shit, none of that. I don't care. I have no interest in betting. It does nothing for me at all. Hayes, you'll think people would learn after we tried the Jabari Parker experiment, which failed miserably. Yeah, but that was a calculated risk. And they were able to trade. Didn't they trade him before even the end of the first year here, or was it the second year? It was a bad signing, but I think they knew it was experimental at that time. Missy would be good for interior defense. Definitely, we're lacking because of Vooch. Yeah, and Missy's shown that he can play in the lineup with another big as well, right? And I like that. So long as we don't do Jonathan Cumbucket Kuminga for the Bulls, I don't care what AK does. That is hilarious. The Discord link is in the description. If you scroll down to it's in every description. The link to everything is always in the description. Every channel that we have on the network, all our social medias, everything is all in the description. Just scroll down. Our description's long as fuck. Damn, I had high hopes for P. Will. You can tell he don't give a damn about. And that's the thing. That's the thing, though. P. Will has all the potential in the world. The motherfucker just don't care about basketball. And that's the thing, I guess, that you can never really judge is how much a motherfucker is really passionate about this, right? And so there you go. Do you think it would be a good idea? I mean, yeah, if you're passionate about betting, do it. There are some really big betting podcasts out there for sure. So fantasy, betting, there's lanes for all that shit here. So, hey, do it. Y'all gambling addicts need help. Fuck your money lines and players. Watch the game for the sake of the game. You do. I mean, listen, people can watch. Here's the thing that I say. People can watch whatever they want for their own enjoyment. So if you watch basketball only because you want to learn it for betting, I don't knock you for that. But I would say this: it does put you in a spot where you can't necessarily converse about basketball at the same level that people who actually love the game of basketball do. I mean, I will say that part of it, but I won't shame anybody if the reason they watch basketball is strictly because they're into betting. I won't shame anybody for that. Plus, act like Chicago folks wouldn't blame you for wrong pick. Man, that's you absolutely. I didn't even think about that. Folk absolutely would blame you for some picks. Absolutely. Heard Jimmy Butler, ace, all injury, bad break. All right, let's trade deadline. I feel Kuminga's trade value will go up before the Warriors front office will force Kerr to play Kuminga. Should we still for him? First of all, my nigga, punctuation, commas, sentence structure would really help that. Really help that quite a bit. That's the first thing, my brother. I love you. I'm saying this in love. That sentence, that whole blurb was rough. But, I mean, listen, here's the thing. I don't think Jonathan Kuminga fits on this team. I'm going to be 100% honest. I think he has to have the ball in his hands. He's heavy ball dominant. He's not a great shooter. He's not a great facilitator to be as ball dominant as he is. And I don't know if that fits with Josh Giddey. Now, if the rumor that we heard about a month ago where it could be Jonathan Kuminga for Nikola Vucevic straight up, I'm not necessarily mad at that because if you get him and you find out it doesn't work here for the half of the season, you can opt out of the deal at the end of the deal. So, and we'll see what happens there. Hayes, remember the first 2 years Patrick Williams was looking good and was looking like he would make a step to be at least dang type of – no, he didn't. His first year. Keep in mind, his second year – remember, he got hurt his second year. 10 games in, and then when he came back, he got benched. So, no, he didn't look good. We started seeing the trouble in year two. Do you think Miami will give up Khalil Ware? I mean, I doubt it. I know that Eric Spoelstra's tough on him, but I think Eric Spoelstra's tough on him because he does believe in the kid's skill. But I don't think with where they drafted him at that they're going to give up on him this early. If you go and look at the Miami Heat, even when players have a little bit of rough or even down seasons, players that they draft, they typically keep for a while. Like, look at Jaime Jaquez. His first year was great. His sophomore year was trash, but they believed in him. He's a Sixth Man of the Year candidate this year. So the Miami Heat, because of Eric Spoelstra, I think they believe they can develop anybody, and I think that's going to lead them to holding on to him for a little while. I love the English rebukes on this channel. I come for this. Hey, listen, bro. That's crazy. A bar-dominant player that plays no defense is not good at all. First of all, if he's bar-dominant, you don't want to come to Chicago anyway. If he's bar-dominant, he's going to a lot of bars, he's going to get fucked up here. Fucked up. Don't do it. Don't do it. Bar-dominant? That's crazy. That's crazy. You should be using that voice over on those bad comments. I bet that shit would be funny. That is crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Man, we need a franchise player like 30-point player. Zion is cheap right now. He's not cheap because they don't want to trade him, so he's not cheap. You must forget that they literally just came out and was like they're not trading Zion. You know what that means? That he's not cheap. That's what that means. No, Giddey is not playing tonight, Jigs. He's actually out tonight. Likely to return on Thursday, though. If we get rid of Vucevic for Kuminga, we want
Jeremy Moss 9236 says, if we get rid of Vucevic for Kuminga, we want have no centers cause Jalen and Zach stay injured.
Jeremy, bro, what the fuck, bro? We've been doing good. We've been doing good, bro. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's wild, bro. That's wild, man. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. Like what? Like, did y'all not have spell check? Do y'all not have spell check on your keyboards? Like, is it just, or do y'all type stuff wrong so much that y'all keyboard is just giving up? Like, you know you a motherfucker when technology be like, listen, I can't even help you, nigga. That's crazy. That's wild. That's wild. That's crazy, bro. Much love from Morocco. Appreciate you. The one thing mentioned about Ware in the draft was his motor, right? I wonder if Spo isn't seeing enough high motor from him. I don't know. I'm not going to act like I'm intimately watching Eric Spoelstra interviews either to see what it is. First of all, let's just take a look at how dope that hat is. You see the double bull logo? The one that's like imprinted into the hat? First of all, y'all not fucking with me on the merch game. I'm just letting y'all know that right now. Hayes versus Jeremy till 2030. First of all, it's not Hayes versus Jeremy. It's Jeremy versus the English language. That motherfucker be fighting the Queen's English like a motherfucker, bro. Jeremy be like, bet, how can I fuck up this sentence? Jeremy in sentence structure be like, hey, man, you know how like Godzilla show up when there's any other big four-legged creature and he just got to fuck shit up? That's literally Jeremy with the English language. Jeremy see words and be like, bet, how can I fuck this up? He sees sentences and be like, bet, what can I do to fuck up this sentence? That's Jeremy. That's Jeremy. Jeremy's goddamn keyboard be like, what's it fuck me for? He be on that 50 cents, or what the fuck me for? That's crazy, bro. I just noticed we got 3 games in a row against the Heat. We may rest Giddey into those games. I doubt they're going to rest him to those games. But yes, we do have 3 games in a row against the Miami Heat. The game getting canceled is what caused that scheduling thing there. Why does it stay lit, bitch? All right, there we go. 66% RAM usage. How? Are the Bulls going to make a move, or is it going to be another trade deadline where nothing happens? Who knows, bro? I don't have a crystal ball. Who the hell knows, bro? Who knows? Yeah, the 3 Heat games in a row is yeah, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. But hey, the Bulls got to go out there and make something happen. Go out there and make something happen. That's all I can say to that one. But all right, y'all, I'm going to get ready to wrap up the live stream. Jeremy killed it, man. I was in a good mood. I had mad energy. I was feeling great. And then Jeremy came in here and fucking up the English language, bro. That motherfucker, like, Jeremy is like, Jesus, bro. How can I beat up this sentence, man? That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. The fact that you beat up more sentences than... I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say it. Let's see if the starting lineups are out. Let's change the energy real quick. Let's see if I can find if the starting lineup's out for today. It's probably going to be the same that it's been. It's not out yet. Not out yet. But all right, y'all. I love you guys, man. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of Chicago Bull Central. You guys can follow us at Bull Central Pod. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns. bullcentralpod@gmail.com. We're gonna start collecting here for a Hooked on Phonics DVD for our boy Jeremy. We're gonna go ahead and get him the help that he needs. We're gonna get him hooked on phonics. We're gonna get him together. But love you guys. Go Bulls. See Red, y'all. See y'all here at the end of the game. Maybe halftime. Maybe even during the game. Maybe. We don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Peace, y'all.
This has been a presentation of the Breaks Media.